Hello children, a warm welcome to our chemistry lesson. So we were taking the chapter physical and chemical changes. In the previous video, in the first video, we have discussed about what is a physical change and what is a chemical change and a lot of examples also. A physical change is a change in which only the physical properties of a substance are changed. What are physical properties? The size, the shape, state, etc. are called physical properties, right? So we know that a physical change is sometimes reversible also. Not all, but sometimes they are reversible. So a lot of examples we discussed in the previous class. Example, evaporation of water, dissolving sugar in water, tearing a piece of paper, melting of ice, etc. are some of the examples of physical changes, right? Now let's revise what was a chemical change. A chemical change is a change in which two or more substances chemically react, each other, and new substances are formed, one new substance or more than one new substances are formed. So a chemical change is also called a chemical reaction, isn't it? And all the chemical changes are irreversible. We discussed in the previous class. So a lot of examples are there, like burning of a piece of paper, digestion of food in our body, ripening of a fruit, rusting of iron, etc. a lot more. So today we are going to discuss some more chemical changes. So today some more chemical changes. So the first chemical change or the first chemical reaction that we are going to discuss is burning of magnesium ribbon. Have you seen magnesium ribbon? So magnesium is a metal. What are the metals which are familiar to you? Iron, aluminium, copper, etc. Isn't it? So same like magnesium is also a metal. So magnesium is available in the chemistry laboratories in the form of a ribbon. You can see in the picture, see here, they are like ribbons, isn't it? That is why magnesium ribbon. So let's see what happens when we burn a piece of magnesium ribbon. Shall we move to the video? Come on children, let's watch the video first.
For this we need magnesium wire, which is a metal, water, red and blue litmus paper, a petri dish, dropper, spirit lamp, matchbox and a pair of tongs. Light the spirit lamp first. Now hold the magnesium wire with the tongs and bring the ribbon to the flame. Observe that the magnesium burns with a bright white light. As it burns, an ash-like powdery substance is formed. This is magnesium oxide.
So from the video, we have seen that when a piece of magnesium is burned, what happens? Burning of a substance means that substance is combining with oxygen, isn't it? Here, burning of magnesium means magnesium combines with oxygen, isn't it? So, when magnesium and oxygen combine together, we will get a new product which is magnesium oxide. In the experiment, that white powdery ash is magnesium oxide, isn't it? Now, see here, this is a chemical equation. Magnesium plus oxygen. This arrow can be read as gives. So magnesium plus oxygen gives magnesium oxide. So in chemistry, instead of using a lot of sentences, for example, magnesium combines with oxygen to form magnesium oxide, it's too long, right? So to make it a shorter one, we can use chemical equations. Okay, this is called a word equation. As you are in small class 7th standard only, we will use word equation. Okay, in higher classes we will use chemical equation, I mean using the symbols of all these substances. Okay, in chemistry every substances, every elements are having their own symbols. So in higher classes you will learn chemical equation. Now this is a word equation. This is enough for you. Alright? Okay. Now another chemical reaction is, suppose we have added 2-3 drops of water into this magnesium oxide and we made a paste. You have seen that magnesium oxide is a white powdery substance, right? So suppose you are adding 2-3 drops of water into that. What happens? Magnesium oxide chemically react with water to form magnesium hydroxide. See here, magnesium hydroxide. This is the chemical word equation for that reaction. Magnesium oxide when combines with water to become magnesium hydroxide or gives magnesium hydroxide. So you are familiar with magnesium hydroxide in the previous lesson, right? Where did you hear magnesium hydroxide? Exactly, as a content of antacid, isn't it? Okay, now tell me, what is the nature of magnesium hydroxide? Is it acidic or basic? Yes, it is. It is basic, right? That is why we are using it as a remedy or a medicine for treating acidity, right? As it is a base, it can neutralize the excess acid produced in our stomach, isn't it? So, when you test it with a litmus paper, what will happen? Base blue, isn't it? So, it can turn the red litmus into blue color. So, do you want to watch that experiment also? Come on, let's watch that experiment.
Collect the powder in a petri dish and dissolve it in water. Take a drop of this solution and place it on the red and blue litmus papers. Observe the change in the color of the litmus papers. We observe that red litmus turns blue while blue litmus remains the same. What does this indicate? The oxide of magnesium is basic in nature.
Okay, here is another chemical reaction. Reaction of copper sulphate solution with iron nail. This is our today's second chemical reaction, right? See in the picture, you can see copper sulphate. This is the crystals of copper sulphate, like sodium chloride. What is sodium chloride? Sodium chloride is common salt, curry salt. The salt that we use in our curries, okay? So, copper sulphate is also a salt, okay? What is its color? Its color is blue, right? It's a blue colored salt. When this blue colored salt dissolved in water, you will get a blue colored solution. So, what is this blue colored solution? It is copper sulphate solution, okay? Now, suppose we are placing an iron nail in this copper sulphate solution. What will happen? Definitely a chemical reaction will take place or a chemical change will take place in which they will react to each other and new substances will be formed. Do you want to see that experiment? Alright, we will move to see that experiment.
Action.
Okay, from the experiment, what did you see? We have seen that after some time, the blue colored copper sulphate became pale green, light green colored solution, and the grey colored iron nail became coated with a brown colored substance, isn't it? Okay, this is the chemical equation or the word equation representing the chemical reaction that we have seen. Copper sulphate solution, which is blue in color, okay, and reacts with iron nail, which is grey in color, gives, they will chemically react each other, and what will happen? Iron sulphate will be formed. Iron sulphate will be iron sulphate solution. Okay, now this is not copper sulphate, it became iron sulphate solution, which is pale green in color, pale, P-A-L-E, pale green, light green in color. And what happened? Okay, from the copper sulphate solution, copper is displaced, isn't it? So copper is coated as a brown coating on iron nail. Have you observed that? Alright. So this is the word equation representing this chemical reaction. Did you like today's 2 experiments? Alright. We will meet in the coming class with more experiments, more chemical reactions. Okay. Today's class is over. Hope all of you like today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.